Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 1.1.7, ledger lines. So, we looked at the treble clef in the previous lesson, and the bottom line was E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. But what if you need a note that's higher than F or lower than E? What do? Well, theoretically, we could keep extending and adding like a sixth line, a seventh line, an eighth line. That would get unwieldy pretty quickly, be hard to see where any notes are. So the solution that people have come up with is something called a ledger line. So we can write E no problem, that's on the first line of the treble staff. Then we can put a note right below, and that would be D. And then we get to C. And what we do is we write it here, and then you have this little segment of an extra staff line called a ledger line. If you want to go even lower, you can put the note below the ledger line. Now you have two ledger lines, below two ledger lines, and you can keep going. Same thing applies up high. And when you're writing ledger lines, you want to be careful that you only use as many as necessary. So here, where we have F, if we go up one, then that's G. It can just sit on top of the staff. You don't need an extra ledger line above it. Certainly not two, certainly not three. That would just be silly. And if you write those, that would be wrong. So here we have A, single ledger line, B, sitting above that ledger line. If you wrote an extra ledger line above it, again, that would be incorrect because that's too much information. It just gets confusing. It's much clearer and easier to read it like that. That's all for now, and this is in fact the end of the first section. So go ahead and work on the worksheet and Artusi exercise, and then you can take your first quiz. See you next time for section 1.2.